so much for being on today's class. So I had this idea 2 days ago to do a class. I think I tweeted about it, and it was just something that came to me, and I decided to be able to share with you guys some of the things that I know and some of the things that I've taught a lot of people just like you to do over the years. I'm sure you guys see people thank me or who share about the things that I've helped them do on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Not so much on Instagram. I'm really not on Instagram that much, but that is going to change as the months, weeks and days and months go by. So I want to teach you guys, not just today. We're also going to do another stream on Thursday. The Thursday stream is going to be about affiliate marketing, and then on Saturday, the Saturday stream is going to be about e-commerce. But today's stream is about information marketing. I want to show you guys how to sell information, how to sell your expertise, how to sell your experience that you've gathered over the years, how to sell your knowledge that you have, how to sell all of these things and make a lot of money doing it. Okay, so we're going to get started. So I'm going to start out with a story. I like telling stories when I start out with these things. All right, so I'm going to transition back to my desktop so that you guys can see my desktop. And so I'm starting out with a story. If you look at my desktop, you can see the outline of a book. So it's my book. Some of you know that I wrote a book called Sell Your Brain, and then I wrote a second book called Triangle of Profits, and then I wrote a third book called I Will Teach You Business. All three are bestsellers. But what I've done and what I'm doing currently, which is what you're looking at the manuscript, is I'm taking Sell Your Brain, all of the content in Sell Your Brain, and all of the content in I Will Teach You Business, I'm merging them together to become one book instead of two. So they're becoming one book now, and I'm adding more chapters, I'm adding more information, I'm updating a lot of the things that have been outdated in the old Sell Your Brain, and even in the I Will Teach You Business that were just published last year. Some of the things in there are already outdated. Some of the sites are no longer working. So I am now updating everything and merging those two books as one. So the book is going to be available sometime at the end of the month, but this is one of the chapters in the book, the new book that is. So it's basically, the chapter is really long because it's basically a step-by-step how to sell information. I'm not going to be going through it line by line. I'm just going to be skimming through it, but I need you to understand where we are and where we're going. So in 1959, and I'm sure you guys already know this name. He's popular. I mean, if you're ever interested in money, you already know the name Warren Buffett. So in 1959, Warren Buffett was 30 years old, and he was teaching. He was in a room full of doctors, and he was teaching them his investment strategies, right? And he invited them to come. He ran an advert, so the story goes, and then talked to people to tell people that they knew. And he targeted specifically people in the medical field, because then people in the medical field were people who made a lot of money, right? So the room was full of doctors. He was teaching them his investment strategies, and at the end of the class, he invited them invest 25,000 naira each into his new investment company called Buffett and Partners, right? Buffett and Partners was what he dissolved and then later bought Berkshire Hathaway, which he controls now. So after hearing him speak, obviously, they were really interested, and they were enamored by what he had to say in that room, and every single doctor gave him the money that he asked for, right? Some of them gave him 25,000, some of them gave him around 10,000. The funny thing is that today, that sum, that $10,000 invested with Warren Buffett in 1959 is worth over 300 million now, right? But let's leave Warren Buffett alone. I mean, he's in the USA, right? And we are here in Nigeria, and we need Nigerian examples, right? We need Nigerian examples. We want an example that we can relate with, something that someone here has done, right? So we're going to fast forward 60 years later. Am I correct? Is that 60 years? Yes, 50 years later actually. So we're going to fast forward 50 years later. In 2009, a young man in Nigeria, he felt Nigeria was too harsh and too hard. So his brother was in the US, and he told his brother that he wanted in the UK, sorry, and he told his brother that he wanted to move over to the UK and come to hustle. So his brother helped him. He got papers and he left for the UK. And when he went to the UK, right, he started hustling, and then his brother took him to a betting shop. And you probably know where this story is going now because I've mentioned the word betting. But his brother took him to a betting shop, and he bet 50 pounds on a game, and he won £250. And he was like, Jesus, this is so good. This is so good, right? I bet people in Nigeria may be interested in learning how to do something like this. And I bet you they are interested, as evidence has shown that, they're interested in stuff like that. But what he did was he created a website, and I'm going to show you guys that website now. He created a website, and he was selling. He created an ebook, and he was teaching. Inside that ebook, he explained how to bet on football games and make money doing that. So he put it together as a PDF, and he was selling it on that side. It was selling for 6,500 naira. I remember it clearly. And he was selling this ebook, and he sold loads and loads and loads and loads of copies of this thing, this ebook. And the sales were so much that people started asking him, inside your ebook, you said you gave us sites that we are going to go to register with. You give us sites like Bet365, like Ladbrokes, like William Hill, But the problem with this site is that these sites, they're asking us for our international passports to prove who we are. They're asking us for international passports. They're asking us for £300 initial deposit, and so on and so forth. Is there no Nigerian company that we can bet with? And that was where this guy got his second idea, right? So he got his second idea, and his second idea was, maybe if I set up a betting company for these guys, then they might want to bet there, right? So Champions League 2009 was when it officially launched, the company that you know today as NairaBet. And of course, the person I'm talking about is my good friend Oloye Akialabi, Honorable, who is a member of the House of Reps now, right? So he started a company, NairaBet, in 2009, and this is 2020, right? It's 10 years, about 10 years plus now. That's how old NairaBet is now. And NairaBet has been valued at over $100 million in valuation. If he was to sell it now, he is going to sell it for $100 million plus, no less, right? And all of this stuff, everything started from an information product. Just like Warren Buffett, did his seminar in a room, brought in doctors, and they invested in his company, and then he took all of that money and he invested in the stock market, and he made returns that gave him some more money that he used to buy Berkshire Hathaway, and he grandfathered some of them into Berkshire Hathaway, and he's worth over 80 billion today. Berkshire Hathaway is worth much more, right? All of these things started from information. I'm telling you these stories so that you see how powerful information is. And I did promise you that I was going to show you the website where that Aki Alabi used. So let me show you guys that. Okay, so we're going to use a site called Archive, Web Archive. So you can use it to find old websites that are no longer online. All right, so as long as you remember the name of the website. So the website where he was selling that ebook was called nigeriabet.com. all right, so this is nigeriabet.com. let's see whether we have some archives. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, I think, yeah, let me choose 2008 17th. Okay, so all right, so this is a snapshot of what the site looks like. Obviously these places are where he puts images, but because the site is no longer online, that's why these images are no longer showing. So you can see what he has. He says, discover how to earn loads of cash every single week by predicting the outcome of football matches involving Arsenal, Manchester United, blah blah blah. It's so easy, I've asked my grandmother to give it a trial. So it says from Aki Alabi. Okay, dear friend, do you know a bit about football, and so on and so forth. So he tells you to put your name and your email to get the full gist, introducing Aki Alabi's how to earn tons and tons of cash by predicting the outcome of football matches. So this is the cover of the ebook here, and then this person says, I returned $129 with only $10. So this is the site that he was using to sell this ebook back in the day. You can see the date, December 17th 2008 was when this snapshot was made, right? So so basically this is proof, right? This is proof, and I'm going to show you how to start your own information products business. And believe you me, just like Warren Buffett, just like Aki Alabi, just like myself, because that's how I got started. Today I run a digital marketing consulting company. I also am a partner in a real estate company, right? So but everything started from selling information online. Information is, everybody wants information. People want to get something, right? People want to buy information. I'm sure you have paid for information one way or another. Don't even think you have not done it. If you went to school, if you went to university, you have paid for information. End of story. Because you paid for people to teach you something, right? So that's paying for information. If you bought key points, remember key points, right? Those tiny things back in the day, I don't think they are available these days, but back in the day when we wanted to write WAEC, we bought key points to biology, key points to physics, key points to blah blah blah, a lot of that. The guys who were selling those key points made a ton of money back in the day, right? So there are a lot of things that are information that you can sell. So let's go back to my desktop, and I'm going to show you guys, right? I'm going to show you guys exactly what to I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to do to get started in the information marketing business. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Can you guys see the screen? Let me know. Can you see the screen? Key points were the main tools for Expo. Exactly. Yeah. Can you see my screen now? Oh, okay. You can't see my screen. How come? What's going on? Okay, it should come up. It should come up. Can you see my screen now? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. So let's get right into it. Okay. So the first thing, the first step, right? The first step is that people think that everything is going to sell, right? Everything is going to sell. Everything, as long as it is information, is going to sell. No, that's not true. It doesn't work like that. You can't just say, what, people are going to buy this thing. Everybody needs this thing. Everybody wants this thing. It's like 2000. Year 2000 and year 2001 when mobile phones just came out. Right? Everybody needs this thing. No, everybody doesn't need this thing. Right? So you don't go and create a product and start looking for a market to buy it. You don't do that. Right? What you want to do is that you want to sell a superior version, a better version of a digital product that is already selling somewhere. Right? You want to sell your own version of the product that is already selling. Right? It is not about just coming up with something and thinking that it's going to sell. No, it doesn't work like that. Right? So you have to tell yourself, look, I need to find the market first and then create a product to fit that market, and then the market will buy. Because I made this mistake when I got started. I was an overconfident fool, right? I thought my idea was so good. I thought it was so good that, how could anyone not want to buy it? Well, I was blooded. It was like Mike Tyson and me in the ring. Right? And it's an avoidable mistake. Please don't make that mistake. So you need to first of all begin to gather ideas, right? So remember that we say this is about selling your experience, it's about selling your expertise, it's about selling your knowledge, it's about selling things that you're good at, things like your hobbies, teaching people, helping people, solving problems. That is what information marketing is. So you have to take a pen and a paper, and as I'm reading this out, please, I need you to write them down. What are your hobbies? What are the things you enjoy doing? So for example, I enjoy playing video games. I love writing. I love reading. I love creating marketing strategies and marketing plans. Right? I love coming up with ideas for companies to sell their products and services. What are your current skills? Do you know how to paint? Do you know how to draw? Do you know how to design websites? Do you know how to design graphics? Maybe you're a wizard with numbers, right? So one of the members of my team, Jordan, he used to be in the bank, but he left the bank and started photography because he loved photography. He does magic with pictures and videos. And then now he teaches entrepreneurs how to brand themselves using video and images so that they can sell more. Right? What have you learned to do in the past? Or what do you do effortlessly? What is that thing that you do? If there is something that you do effortlessly, like you even do it for free for people, what is that thing? Right? And I'm not saying you should write down all of these things now. I'm just asking you to jot down the questions, right? Jot down the questions so that after this class, I need you to settle down and take the rest of the night and write down these things. So what are your educational qualifications? What did you study in school, right? What did you study in university? Do you have a master's or a doctorate degree in a specification in an area? Are you a doctor? Are you a nurse? Are you an engineer? Are you a researcher? What do you do? What is your work experience? Right? What job positions have you held in the past? Where have you worked in the past? What have you learned to do by yourself? What did you teach yourself to do? Right? Another thing is what skill or body of knowledge has been passed on to you by your parents. Right? So many of you probably know Ayodele Slimas. Slimas, I can't remember the full name, I think Quincy Ayodele is the lady's name, the woman that owns it, right? And she basically helped women lose weight. They sold all sorts of weight loss programs, all sorts of weight loss things, and so, and she said she learned it from her mom, from her late mom, right? Was the person she learned those weight loss secrets from, and then she built it into a massive business that her children, her two daughters, are running today. So as you ponder these questions, I want you to get a pen and a paper and write down your answers, right? Write down your answers. You're going to notice that a lot of the ideas that you come up with are in different, it can be fit into different markets, right? You're going to notice that they're going to fit into different markets, right? So the three biggest markets for information marketing, information publishing, is what I call it. The three biggest markets that you can create a product in and sell and be sure that it's going to sell is number one, health and fitness. Health and fitness. The second one is dating and relationships. The third one is business and money. If you create a product, if you can narrow down a topic, a product in any of these three, you are going to sell. And these are the three biggest ones. It's not limited to these three niches, right? These three markets. It's not limited. There are other niches like travel, careers, self-improvement, right? So, and you have to understand that when you're writing a product, right, when you're creating an information product, let's say you want to create an information product for health and fitness, you are not writing something for everything in under health and fitness. Health and fitness is too broad. It is too broad, right? So what you want to do is that you want to start with the big niche, which is health and fitness, right? But you are not trying to create a do-it-all report, right? You are not trying to author an encyclopedia. No, that is not what you are trying to do. You are trying to write create a product featuring information that solves one specific problem within health and fitness, assuming you are choosing health and fitness as your market, right? So what you do is you narrow down to what a specific group of people who are interested in health and fitness are looking for but can't find easily. You are looking for a big frustration, right, or a need that you can feel within that one niche. So under health and fitness, right, we have fat loss, we have alternative medicine and natural healing, we have information that solves any specific health problem, right? Like say cancer, like fibroid, like high blood pressure, like sleeplessness, like beauty, like fertility, right? Now let me tell you guys about this one, fertility, right? So a friend of mine, he also runs, they run one of the biggest real estate companies. I'm not going to mention the name of the real estate company, but if I mention it, you will just know it immediately. So just think about one of the biggest real estate companies. Is one of them, right? They have their billboards all over the place in Lagos State here, right? He runs it with his wife. So he wrote an ebook about how to get pregnant, and the ebook made him 2 years ago. He wrote that ebook 2 years ago. I was talking to him late 2018, around October 2018 was when we were talking, and he told me that as of by the day we were talking, that he had made 18 million naira selling that ebook on how to get pregnant. Crazy, right? So you see that he didn't create a book about health and fitness. No, he created an information around how to get pregnant. So another one is under health and fitness, bodybuilding, and then of course general wellness, right? Then under relationships and dating, we have dating, obviously. Then we have marriage. Another student of mine, Mrs. Modupe Eherim, she runs a group on Facebook called Right Fit Marriage, and she's doing phenomenal in this area. She writes about marriage. She has an audio program, about how to make your marriage work, and how to avoid divorce and all of that. And she makes a ton of money doing it, right? And then of course sexuality. Men feel inadequate, so they're always on the lookout for information about how to improve their sexuality. Divorce, networking, romance. Now then, under business and money, we have real estate, we have foreign exchange, that's forex, right? My students and my brother, I call him my brother now, Michael Latunji. Some of you probably know him on Twitter. He teaches how to make money with forex, because he's phenomenally good at that, right? And then there's investing, there's retirement. You can teach people who are about to retire what to do with their money. You know that lots of the people who retire in Nigeria end up broke within 2 years, because they don't know what to do with their money. All their life they have worked, they don't know anything about business. So when they retire and get paid a gratuity, they sink it into something that they don't understand, and the money is gone within 2 years, right? Then also there's also starting a business. There's also making money, which is like what I'm teaching you guys now is about making money, right? There's marketing, there's time management, business opportunities, investing abroad, right? Asset relocation, right? There's something that I do and teach also. Business registration, negotiation, importation, exportation, because a lot of people talk about importation only, but there's also exportation, right? Exports. Real estate, okay, I already had mentioned that before. The stock market, stocks and equities, that's what Tosin Olasende, obviously, that's her fault. You probably know her on Twitter as well. Sales, how to make sales, how to overcome debt, loans, how to get different kinds of loans, event planning, bookkeeping and accounting, writing and publishing. And it's not limited to these ones. There are plenty of them, right? So these are the big three, but there are other niches, right? So we have travel. Under travel, visa issues, immigration. I have a student of mine, Jay, who has made a couple of million selling information about how to relocate to Canada, right? Because it is something he has done, it's something he knows how to do very, very well. How to get second passports. Of course, if you follow me on Twitter, you know how I shout about this one all the time, how to get second passports, because I'm also en route to getting that for myself and my family. Then under computers and internet, we have web design, we have software, we have mobile apps, SMS services, email services, programming, under jobs and career, CV writing. Of course, you guys know this is what Ogbeni Dipo. I hope I pronounced that right, Dipo, right? Ogbeni Dipo. Oh man, I think I pronounced it wrong. Right, but he sells this and they charge money for it. Writing your CV, you can teach people about job applications and how to answer questions during interviews, how to ask for salary raises. Under family parenting skills, there's a lady, I think her handle is Beni Soke on Twitter, who last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, she did a webinar that had over 900 people, and she was teaching them parenting skills, right? And I was, and I saw the rave reviews about her program, and I was like, wow, if she just asked these people at the end of her webinar to just buy her book on parenting, probably maybe like 200 of them would buy it. Let's say she's selling it for that ebook for say 10,000 naira, and 200 people buy it. That's 2 million naira right there, made in one night. Zero advertising, right? So then there's family life, there's real estate. Under real estate, there's architecture, interior design, interior decor. Under education, there's foreign study. This foreign study, a student of mine sells information for foreign study. He helps people who want to study abroad, get foreign admissions. And I'm not talking about getting admissions in the UK or the US. No, he teaches them how to get admission in European countries and Asian countries. And he makes $1 million plus every single month doing this. I kid you not. He's a teacher and he has not stopped teaching. He said he likes teaching, so he refused to resign. But so he does this on the side while he continues teaching. His teaching job pays him 80,000 naira a month. This teaching people how to get foreign admission makes him over 1 million naira a month. Think about that. Right? And then of course under pets and animals. I don't think this is something, I don't know about Nigeria. I'm not a pet person, right? But I included this here because I know that a lot of people abroad are interested in this. Then under self-improvement, there's success mindset training, there's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, there's manpower, there's self-defense, there's public speaking, then sports, there's betting, football, how to get better at football. I was tagged in a post a couple of days ago about someone who wrote a book about how to sign a football contract abroad. So someone could do the same thing for basketball. Can teach people martial arts. You can and any other sports, and then home, and so on and so forth. So there's home, there's food, there's beauty, there's religion. So I don't want to dwell on this so much. So let's go on, right? So how do you find these ideas? How do you find these ideas? How do you do this? How do you find these ideas? How do you go online and determine what you are going to sell as information? How do you do this? Right? Now, the way you do it is this, and there are several ways, right? So I'm going to go back to our document. So the number one way you do it is use online forums. So I like to call online forums I like to call them online beer parlors, because people hang out there, they chat, they discuss, they ask questions, they contribute, they learn, they fight, they curse each other. These last two are for Nigerian online forums, like Nairaland, right? So many forum members, they log in, they ask questions about their problems in the hopes of someone with the right information that will help them solve it. We provide it, right? So online forums are a gold mine of profitable ideas to take and profit from, right? But there's a trick to it. When you go to a forum, you don't just go to a forum, right? You click on a category, right? You want to pay attention to the number of views that the post inside that category has gotten, and then the number of replies that each post has, right? So because the views are a critical element for finding out what people want, because what it means is that if a post has, the higher the number of views that a topic on the forum has, it only means one thing, and that thing is that people are viewing it because they are interested in the topic. Otherwise, they would not have bothered at all. Let me know if you think this what I said is true, right? On online forums, people view a thread or a post because they're interested in it. Let me know whether you agree with me or not. If you agree, say yes, I agree. If you don't agree, say no, I don't agree. Right? Let me know. Let me know. Yes, I agree. No, I don't agree. Which one is it? But this says no. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Well, this says yes. Right? You see, I'm going to prove it to you, Babatunde, right? I'm going to prove it to you because if people go online and they are viewing a particular topic, it's because they're interested. Otherwise, there's absolutely no reason why they will be viewing it. And it's not just on forums, even on Twitter. People comment on topics because they agree. because they're interested in it. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother. There are many things I see on social media that I don't even bother, right? So let me demonstrate this for you guys so that you guys can see it. You know, you can basically see it for yourself. You can see it directly. So let's do this. Let's go to Nairaland. Okay. So this is Nairaland, right? This is Nairaland. So when you come on Nairaland, you are going to notice something, right? Now ignore all these plenty stories here. What you should be paying attention to is here, right? This is where you should be paying attention to, this area, right? This area, exactly, right? Because these are the forums within the main forum. These are the different categories inside of the forum. So you can see there's politics, there's crime, there's romance. Did you notice that all of them are categorized based on different interests, different topics, right? Jobs and vacancies, there's career, there's business, there's investments, there's NYSC, there's education, autos, car talk, properties, health, travel, family, culture, religion, food, so on and so forth. And then under entertainment, there's jokes, celebrities, sports, gaming, all of that. Science and technology, there's programming, there's webmasters, computers, so on and so forth, right? So you will notice that these things are categorized in different there are different categories, right? So what you want to do is you want to go through each of these categories one by one, right? So I'm going to start with the properties section, right? So I will click on properties. So the property category opens. It opens and let's see now. So it opens and we can see it, right? So we can see all of the different posts as I scroll down. So you can see the top. Let's see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 23, 25, 27, 29, 32, 33, 34, 36, 38, 40, 43, 45, 47, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think there are about 60 posts, right? 60 different trades here. Now what we want to do next, immediately when you click on property, so let me go back and do it again so you're not confused. So we're on Nairaland, right? This is Nairaland, and then I clicked on properties, so you click on property. So you're going to do this for every single category here, right? But I'm using this as an example. So I click on properties. What you want to do next is you want to click on views here. So you can see views here, because when you click on views, it's going to rearrange all of the posts in this category according to the number of views that each one has gotten, unless it was pinned to the top of the post, to the top of the category, right? So if I click on views here, it has rearranged it, right? So now I want you guys to pay attention to the number of views. Look at this one. It says current prices of building materials in Nigeria. It has 673,195 views. Architectural designs for Nairolanders who want to build. It has 632,124 views, right? The real cost of building a 6-bedroom duplex. It has 363,237 views. Cost of building a house in Nigeria. It has 346,330 views, right? Stone cladding, stone wall, blah blah blah. right? Roofing sheets, cost of different kinds of roofing sheets. Okay, let's see. Real cost of building a 6-bedroom duplex. Best architectural, interior and construction works, 210,000 views. Architect builder, modern house designs with pictures. Did you notice something? From this post, you are going to see that there are loads of people who are viewing threads about architectural designs and cost of building houses, right? Cost of building houses, construction process, right? Cost of building a 3-bedroom bungalow, 164,787 views. Building a 5-bedroom duplex in Ebonyi. Cost of building a 4-bedroom duplex, right? So lots of people are interested in the cost of building a 4-bedroom or a 5-bedroom duplex from foundation, right? Let's see. Modern interior painting, professional ideas and pictures. You see that 157,782 views, right? Building my 3-bedroom bungalow, 153,000. So what is it's telling me? Calculating the number of blocks you need for your fence. How we built the luxury block of flats in Enugu. The making of a low-budget 5-bedroom duplex with costs. Building a luxury block of flats. You can see that lots of. So let's look at all the ones about building houses, right? So this one has 363,000 views. Cost of building a house, another 346,000 views. That's over 700,000 views. Real cost of building, another 200,000. Now we're at almost 1 million views in total. Okay, let's see another one. House. Okay, this is design. We'll come back to design, right? Let's see how many blocks of cement we build 3-bedroom flats. Another 100. So we are now at over 1 million views. We're at about 1.1 million views now. Let's see. Cost of building a 3-bedroom bungalow. Another 164,000. Now we are at about 1.3 million views in total. Building a 5-bedroom duplex, 164,000. So we are at almost 1.5 million in total. Let's see. Okay. Interior painting. Okay. 3-bedroom bungalow, 153,000. Now we are at about 1.6 million total views for topics about building houses, right? Okay. Let's see. Cost of building bungalow now at about 1.7. The making of a low budget 138,000. Now we're at about 1.9 million views in total. Okay, and this is just page 1. Oh, we're still on page 1. We've not got past page 1. Strong, beautiful, and affordable homes, 133,000. Now we're at over 2 million total views for posts about building houses, affordable houses. Okay, how many blocks and bags of cement we complete? This 129,000. Now we're at about 2.1 million. How much will a 5-bedroom duplex cost? 129,000. Now we're at about 2.3 million. Let's see again. Finishing of my house. Okay, let's leave that one. Reality of building a 4-bedroom bungalow, 121,000. Now we're at about 2.4 million, give or take. Building a 5-bedroom duplex in Enugu, 119,000. Now we're at about 2.5 million. Pictures of beautiful homes. Roofing a 4-bedroom bungalow with gatehouse. How much will it cost to build a 3-bedroom? 104,000. And so all in all, if you calculate all of this, we're at almost 3 million total views. People viewing posts about how to build houses on a budget, right? How to build 2-bedroom bungalows, 3-bedroom bungalows, 4-bedroom duplexes, and 5-bedroom duplexes. Now we know that this has a lot of interest. If this number of people are interested in it, just people on Nairaland, right? How many people are on Nairaland? So Nairaland says that the number of people on their site, let's see. Let me go back to the Nairaland homepage. So we see the number of people who are registered on Nairaland, right? I think, did they remove it? Let's see, let me see up here. Okay, so Nairaland says that the number of people on their site is 2.4 million plus 2 million, right? Now, if this number of people, and we have about about almost 3 million views. Now, let's say that some of those views are repeat views, right? Maybe somebody came and viewed it 2 times or 3 times. So let's divide that by 3. We're still at almost 1 million total views, right? Even if we divide it by 3, we're still at almost 1 million total views. So if about 1 million people out of the 2.4 on Nairaland are interested, how many more people outside of Nairaland who don't even visit Nairaland will be interested in learning how to build a house? Now, I'm not a builder, I'm not a designer. I'm sure some of you probably are architects. So if you're an architect and you're watching this, you have a perfect information product idea to test and see whether it's going to sell. And if it sells, but my goodness, it is going to sell a whole lot. All you simply need to do is this, right? You go around, you don't even need to go, right? You can ask people, you can pay people to go help you go check what does it cost to buy building materials in different parts of the country, in the southeast, in the south, in the northwest, the north central, the northeast, right? In the middle belt, in the southwest, right? What does it cost to buy building materials in all of these places, right? Now, how much realistically will it cost someone to build a 2-bedroom bungalow, and also to build a 3-bedroom bungalow, and also to build a 4-bedroom duplex and a 5-bedroom duplex, right? You find out all of these costs, and then you put designs of each of these different kinds of houses. You can put 5 designs of each, right? You can put 5 different designs of each, and what it will cost to build each of those designs, right? And then you can, if you like, you can also put the interior decor designs included in it. You package all of these things into a manual and you sell it to people who are interested in building their own houses. Now they are going to love you. You know why they are going to love you? Now they don't have to spend time paying plenty money for an architect to draw up an idea. They don't have to fish it out of their brain to make it happen. No, they don't have to do that, right? Now they can just take this information that they have bought, and you can store this information. You can sell it for 25,000, you can sell it for 50,000, you can sell it for 100,000 if you like, right? Of course, the higher you sell it, the more convincing you have to be, right? And so let's say you sell it for 50k, and every month you only sell 20 copies. That's 1 million naira a month. You only sell 20 copies every month. What if you sell 40 copies a month? That's 2 million. What if you sell 100 copies a month? That is 5 million. You see how straightforward this thing is, right? You see how straightforward this thing is, right? It's amazing, right? So, and that's for properties, right? Now I can do the same thing. This for houses. Now I can do the same thing for the interior decor, right? So people are looking for designs. So architectural interior architectural design, right? This one is design 632,000. Which one again? Best architectural interior and construction works 210,000, right? Architect builder modern house designs with pictures and prices 210,000. Now we are at almost 1 million total views for just design alone. Selling POP designs for your house, right? So if you're an interior decor designer, or if you're an interior architectural designer, you can do the same thing, right? You can do the same thing. So I could go on and on and on. So I don't want to drag this, but we could just go on and on and on and on and keep doing this for every single topic here. So So we can do this for every single topic here. It doesn't matter which one it is. So let's see. Let me try another one. Let me try travel. Okay. So let's see travel. So we click on travel, and then again, what do we do again? We click on views, right? We click on views. So this is 293,000 general UK visa inquiries, Canadian student visa trade, right? Canadian Express entry. Of course, people are already selling. You can see Canadian Express entry has 1,948,603 views. Living in Canada as an immigrant has 1,405,000. And like I told you, a friend of mine makes a lot of money selling this currently. Now look at this, give birth in the USA. Of course, this is not going to work now because that big baby Donald Trump has cancelled. He did not cancel giving birth. Did he cancel giving birth? I think he did. Yeah. No, I don't think he cancelled giving birth. He just said that Nigerians will not come to. You can't relocate again, or something like that. Anyway, so there's South Africa visa inquiries. It's a Canadian Express. Then now everybody talks about Canada. Here's another one that a lot of people are interested in, but that is not as popular as relocating to Canada, and that is relocating to Australia. And a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, recently relocated to Australia just in January, right? He has almost 1 million views alone. Right, so you can see Canada, there's Canada. Okay, this is Australian student visa, almost 1 million views. It's at 860,000, right? German visa, right, almost 827,000. My brothers actually live in Germany, and I know exactly the process that they use to do it, right? German embassy and visa, right? Giving birth in the USA, cost and procedure. Right, giving birth in the USA, and so on and so forth. So you could do this for every single category here. Right? So, and when you do that well, you can grab a lot of ideas about things you can create information products around. Okay, so all right, so let's go back to our document, right? So another way to find product ideas is to use magazines, right? So you can use this site called it's called allyoucanread.com/magazines, right? So there are plenty ways, right? So there are plenty ways. So you can see all of the different magazines in different categories. You can see that they're all in different categories, and you can view them. I hope you guys can you guys see them? Right? So I can just click on a topic. So okay, so this parenting. So let's click on parenting. Right? So it says here is to summer, stay present and read each wave. So you can just click on each of the covers, and it's going to open up big, right? It's going to open up big. How to map your road to DNA. Pregnancy. Okay, let's look at this one. It says pregnancy. So it opens up in a new tab. Let's see which one again. This one says military spouse. Okay. All right, let's go back. Which other one? Okay, let's look at women. Women, where is women? I'm looking for women. Let's see that. Women's. Okay. So I click on that category. Click on. So this is the one for pregnancy. Okay, so this is it. So what you're looking at is you're looking at the topics. So 10 things to do before your due date. Okay, just eat it. So expert advice on diagnosing colic and what to do about it. Sleep safety. So if you don't see what seems like a good idea for on a cover, you can just click back and look for another cover, right? So let's see this one again. This Cosmopolitan, the biggest sex scam of the century. This one says, has your boyfriend been aggressively insisting he's 35 years old? Okay. Lean for life. Okay, so this is about his health, it's about weight loss, the food she gave up to look this amazing. Right? Age proof your body. I love that. Age proof, how to age proof your body, lose weight, and do blah 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 blah. Right? And then we can come down and look at the other one. So right, so you can get a lot of ideas doing this. All right, okay. So obviously another way to do that is Amazon. Just type Amazon books bestseller list, and then look at the non-fiction section, not the fiction, please. You're not trying to sell Eze goes to school kind of books, right? So you're looking at the non-fiction sections. Okay, so now the next step, right, is we have our idea, right? What do we need to do? We don't just rush out and just start writing about it. No, we don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. What we do is that we do three things, right? First of all, we gauge the demand, right? We want to be sure that the people who are interested in our topic are going to be buyers. We want to make sure. So, for example, you cannot write a book, a children's book, and expect children to buy it. No, right? So you can't say write a book and say how to secretly watch TV, even if your parents say no. It's not going to sell, right? You have to ask yourself, can my target market even buy this book? Do they have money to buy it? And then the next thing is, are there plenty of people who are interested in that topic? You have to be sure that there are plenty of people who are. So, for example, I know that many people are interested in building houses. Many people are interested in decorating their houses. Right? Many people are interested in making money. Many people are interested in weight loss. So you have to be sure that there are lots of people who are interested, and those people must be plenty. They must be in their tens of thousands, and then they must be easy to reach with advertising. They must be easy to reach with advertising. Okay, so how do you determine demand? Right? We determine demand by using using Google AdWords. So I'm going to explain what that means, right? So you go to Google, you probably don't have this, right? You go to Google and type Google Keyword Tool. So if you don't have it tonight, you are going to have it. So just follow Google Keyword Planner. Sorry. So you type it in Google, right? It is the first result that shows up. So when it shows up here, you sign in with your Google account, right? So if this is the first time that you are signing, it's going to ask you for some more details, right? So, but basically it's straightforward, it's easy. You click on sign in, and you sign in with your Google account. So my Google account is already embedded inside the browser, so it's going to sign me in automatically. Now you can see so when you register, it's going to bring you to this page, right? When you're done with your registration. Right, so it says discover new keywords, search volume, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on discover new keywords. Then I'm going to start typing keywords that are related to my topic. So I want to see how many people are searching for topics like this in Google, right? So so going with our property example that I used on Maryland, I type build house. I'm not sure if build house is the correct keyword, but what it's going to do is that Google is going to tell me if it is keyword or show me keywords that are related to build house, right? So I can see here it says build house itself as a keyword gets 100 to 1000 searches a month, right? Now they don't give you the full the full numbers. They just give you like in the middle, right? So I click here so that it rearranges everything, right? So let's see. So it says build house, okay, 0 to 1K, duplex building, container houses, cost to build house. So you see cost to build the house, 10 to 100 searches, new construction homes, build your own house, 10 to 100 searches, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's use a different keyword this time. So let's use architectural design. I hope, did I get that? Okay, I didn't get it correct. Okay, let's search for that. Let's see what results we get with that. Okay, so you see, architectural design gets between 1000 and 10,000 searches. Housing design gets 1000. There you go. So this is actually the better keyword to use. Housing design, 1000 to 10,000 searches, and like I told you, they usually don't give you the full numbers. It's usually about half of it. So we're looking at between 2,000 and 20,000 searches, right? So house interior design, 100 to 1K. Urban design related, 100 to 1K. Building design, 100 to 1K, right? Architectural graphics, 100 to 1K. Sustainable architecture, 100 to 1K. 4-bedroom bungalow architectural design. So this one is specific. 4-bedroom bungalow architectural design, right? 100 to 1K. 3-bedroom bungalow design, right? So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start typing the word bungalow, right? And then I'll type the word duplex. So you see, people are also searching for these things inside Google, right? So here we go. So bungalow gets 1000 to 10,000 searches, duplex gets 1000 to 10,000 searches, bungalow house 1000 to 10,000, duplex houses 1000 to 10,000, 3-bedroom bungalow 100 to 1K, 4-bedroom bungalow, 4-bedroom duplex, 3-bedroom duplex, semi-detached duplex, and so on, 5-bedroom duplex, and so on and so forth. So if you combine all of these searches together, you know how many searches you get. So anything below 100 to 1K, we can forget about it. Now if we calculate all of these ones from 100 to 1K, if we had almost 100,000 searches, give or take, every month for this, every single month for this topic, right? So we know there's interest. So now, and we know that a lot of people are viewing it on Nairaland, right? So what we do next is we okay, so this is basically showing you how to do that with Google Keyword Planner, right? So we see whether people are selling something like this, right? We want to see whether people are selling something like this, right? Are people selling architectural plans on let me see, let me type buy building plans. It doesn't matter whether they're in Nigeria or not, right? I want to see whether people are selling something like this. Are people buying building plans? There you go. So there are plenty of people selling it, selling quality house plans for over architecturaldesigns.com, eplans.com, homeplans.com. So you guys, you can see people are selling this thing like crazy. The house designers, house plans. Why buy home plan for us? So as long as someone is selling it somewhere, then that's fine, right? So here we go. So this is it. So this is plan. So these are different plans. This person is just selling all sorts of plans. Wow, this is good. So different plans that this person is selling. Of course, these are foreign houses, right? These are foreign houses. So imagine when people go online and they search for building plans, and what they see is just all these foreign houses, all these foreign plans. They want something that looks Nigerian, something that's going to fit locally, right? So that's where you come in. Okay, so this is another person, right? This is another person that they're also selling their own plans. So you can see they're selling for 3-bedroom houses, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. So different styles, right? Different styles. This is another person, home plans. There you go. You can see them. They're selling. Here's another one. So now we know there's demand for this. Who's going to be the person who sells this? Who will be the person who sells this? Right? Okay, so here we go. All right. So now we've determined that there is demand. We've determined that people are interested in buying it, and we know that people who want to build houses, I mean, obviously they have money, otherwise they wouldn't be thinking of building houses, right? Okay, so basically, knowing that there are competitors who are trying to sell the same thing is good, because what it means is that there are people are interested and people are buying these things. Okay, so there we go. All right, there we go. So next thing obviously is, do you like the niche? So you need to like it, because you don't necessarily have to like something to sell it. Really, you really don't, right? But it will help if you like it. It makes the work easier. So it's not like you're punishing yourself to go through the motions of getting it done. So you do this for every single idea that you have come up with. When you have all of these ideas, what you now do is that you choose the one that you like the most, right? You do all of this, you choose the one that you like the most, and then you do a survey, right? So you ask people questions. So you can come on Twitter and say, hey guys, please help me answer this survey. And you can do a survey by just using Google Forms, right? So just come to Google and type how to set up a survey using Google Forms. And then you can set up a survey, right? And so you can see how to do it step by step, basically. So you just do that and then ask people if they are interested, right, in doing something like that, in buying, what would they like to see in a product like that. You can even go back to Naira and post that question in that section and say, guys, if you are going to buy a building plan, what would you like to see in a book about building plans and about cost of building a 2-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom duplex, and so on and so forth. What would you like to see, right? And then they are going to tell you everything they want to see inside of a book like that, or an information product like that. Then you now take all those things that they tell you and then incorporate it into your stuff, right? So obviously the questions you want to ask in the survey is, what is your biggest challenge with trying to figure out how much it will cost you to build a house, right? What are your most burning questions about how to build a house? That's going to be question 2, right? Question 3, what is not out there? What product or service or app would you like someone to create to help you with building a house, right? So question 4 will be, what level of expertise do you have in building a house, right? Question 5 can be, now I'm using building a house because that's what I'm using as an example. It can be anything, right? It can be what your topics are about, right? The topic that you have chosen. right? So if you had the best information about building a house, what would it allow you to do? How would you feel, right? What is your preferred method of learning? Is it reading? Is it listening? Is it watching? Or is it practicing, right? And then how old are you? Some people may not answer that. It doesn't matter, or you can leave it out if you don't want to add it. But I like adding this particular question. And then that takes us to step 3, which is creating your product, right? So what you want to do, right? But let me know, so far so good. Is there any questions before I move on to step 3? Welcome, Padre. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Wow, I'm kind of I'm surprised and humbled. Thank you so much for that. So let me know, guys. Let me know any questions so far. I see someone, Pedro Chilaka says, what is the difference between Google Keyword Planner and Google Trends in terms of application? Google Trends is basically shows you what is trending at a particular point in time. Google Keyword Planner tells you about what people are searching for over a range of time, right? So using the Google Planner search that I did, right, this is the average searches every month for the last 12 months. So you can see it from May 2019 to April 2020. So people have searched for these keywords around these numbers of times every single month between that time. Sometimes it's a lot more than 10K, sometimes it's lesser than 10K, right? But this is it. So I like using the Google Keyword Planner because it gives me a better idea. I don't want something that is the rave of the moment. No, I want something that has proven to be steady over time. All right. So let me see other questions. Where do I see people to respond to my survey? Okay, you can go back to Nairaland and ask people to respond to your survey. So create the survey, post the link in Nairaland and say, guys, I'm trying to write a book on this and I would love it so much if you help me answer some of these questions in my survey. It will help me put the best information inside my product. Please help me out. So you can post it on the same Nairaland. You go to that section, that category, and post it there. If you don't have an account, create an account, right? Post it there. Or you can post it on Twitter, and you can also post it on your Facebook timeline or your Instagram timeline and ask people to help you answer, basically, right? So if there's no other questions so far, I'm going to move on because we still have a number of things to cover. I don't want to spend more than 45 minutes before we end. Okay, so any other questions? If there is none, I will just go ahead. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead then. Emmanuel says, to be a good info marketing, do you need great digital marketing skills? No, you don't. No, you don't. If you do have the skills, then that's great, right? But no, you don't. You can simply outsource your advertising to someone who knows how to run digital adverts, right? You can do a joint venture with them even, right? You just give them money and say, please help me advertise this stuff, right? And take 10%, something like that. So you mustn't have this to be able to do this. Okay. Can we use the keywords to name our e-pro? Of course, you can use the keyword. But I'm going to, as we go along, I'm going to show you how to name the reports. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how to name the reports. Okay. So let's go on. Let's move on because we have a lot of ground to cover. Okay, so creating your product. So what you want to do is that you want to have a product suite. You want to have a collection of products, but you're not creating all of your products now. You are creating just one product. It's called your front-end product. A product that you can sell for anywhere between 1,000 and 1 million naira, basically, right? Now you have to be careful the kind of products, information products that you create. Don't create inspirational products. Don't create products that make people feel good, right? It is a wrong route to take. Products that only make people feel hopeful and inspired and fired up, but does nothing else beyond that, are a no. Please don't create those kind of products, right? Your products should not be inspirational. They should be aspirational. So what it means is that people need to be able to study what you have bought from you and know that they can use it to achieve something, right? They can use it to achieve something. So those are the kind of products that you create. So for example, if I create a product about how to build different kinds of houses, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom duplex, 5-bedroom duplex, 4-bedroom bungalow, if I create a product, somebody buys it, even if that person is not building a house today, but that person knows that he now has something that is going to help guide him when he wants to build a house tomorrow. That is aspirational, right? Okay, so let's move on, right? Okay, so at this point you now have to decide in what format do you want your information product to be on, and there are different formats, right? So you can make it a print book, like I made my books print books, right? So you can make it a print book, or it can be an ebook. Very easy to make an ebook. In fact, if you are starting out, I suggest that you make your first information product an ebook. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything to create it. It's as easy as going to small PDF, uploading your manuscripts, right? And small PDF will convert it for you. So you can see. So go to small PDF, and you click on, let's see, Word to PDF. Where is it again? Word to PDF, exactly. So you click here, and then you upload it here. You choose your file, you upload it. So let's do something. You choose your file, you upload it, and let me go to my desktop and get something from there. That's why it be. So you upload it, and it converts it automatically, and you save it anywhere you like. Easy peasy. Very, very easy, very, very straightforward. It is as simple as that. Nothing, no software to download, nothing to do all of that. So you can see it's converting it to PDF now, from Word to PDF. And there we go. Alright, so it's easy. So you can do print books, you can do ebooks. So here we go. You can see it awesome. It's been converted into an awesome PDF. Now I can download it. I just click on download, and you simply download it, right? So it has downloaded it. So if I click on it, it's going to open it. So there you go. You can see it. I've downloaded it, and it's converted it to PDF. Very well done. Very cool. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so back to our document, right? So you can do print books, or you can do ebooks, or you can do audiobooks, right? So audiobooks means that you read your book and record it as an MP3 file, and then people can buy the audios and listen to it instead of reading. So people like audiobooks. I hate audiobooks, so I don't even bother. But a lot of people buy audiobooks. Pastor Chris Olekilome, of Christ Embassy, does lots and lots of audiobooks, right? Or your video can be video. It can be video. So you record the video, and then people buy the video, right? And then watch it, and then basically do what they need to do. Or it can be live seminars or workshops. So live seminars means you get a hall, you hire a hall, you ask people to pay, and then when they now come to the seminar, and you teach them one-on-one, face-to-face. Or it can be webinars, just like I'm doing this live stream, webinars or live stream. That's a live event, right, that you do online. Or it can be monthly memberships, right? So a monthly membership is basically they pay every month to access information from you. information about a particular topic, or it can be one-on-one coaching, right? So instead of selling to 100 people at the same time, 1 million people, you do one-on-one. But one-on-one, what one-on-one means is that it is more personalized, right? They get special attention, one-on-one attention from you. They can ask whatever they want. They can, it's more personal. It's personalized. It's like customized teaching. That's what one-on-one is. One-on-one coaching is. Or it can be a mastermind, right? Or it can be, again, courses, video courses, right? I think I mentioned that earlier. So how do you create it? How do you gather all of the information? So number one is you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself, right? So you research the information. You use Google to research the information. Now let me tell you guys something. There is nothing you want to write about that has not been written about before. It has been written about. There's nothing. So I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. If Bill Gates wants to write a book, what is Bill Gates going to write that some billionaire or multimillionaire somewhere has not written about? Of course, he's going to have some personal insights, right? But in loads of what, if you have read a Bill Gates book before, please, if you have read a Bill Gates book, tell me in the comments, right? Tell me in the comments if you have read a Bill Gates book before. Tell me that you didn't already see inside the book what you have seen somewhere else before or after. Let me know in the comments, right? Let me know in the comments, because there's nothing new under the sun, basically. So don't be shy or don't be worried about going to Google to search for information. What you do is that you get information, you search for information about your topic, and you rewrite that topic you rewrite that information that you have gathered in your own words. So you can gather the information about something from different areas, different sites, different places, and then you can take bits from here and bits from here and bits from here and bits from there. So for 5 different places, and you fuse them together and you write them in your own words, and then suddenly it's brand new and unique to you. Then you add your own insights to it, and it's your own. That is how everybody writes books. That's how everybody does things. So they research, gather information, add their own unique insights, and boom, they have something new. All right. So basically, so you can do that. If it is a topic that you've tried to find information about it and it's been hard, what you need to do is to find experts in that topic and interview them, ask them all the questions that you need to ask them about that topic, record the interviews. You can record with your smartphone these days. Every smartphone these days has a recorder on it. So you put on the recorder, you talk to them, write to them, request an interview, and you ask them questions, and you record the interviews, and then you transcribe the interviews, right? If you don't want to transcribe the interviews yourself, you can go to Upwork or go to Fiverr and hire someone to transcribe it for you, and suddenly you have an information product. Or you can hire a ghostwriter. So there are people whose work is they will help you do all this research. They will go to Google, they will find everything that you need to find, right? You just tell them what you want, they will go and find it, write it for you, and give you the final document for you to put your name on it, and you pay them. Simple. Or another thing you can do is that you can use PLR rights. So PLR rights is called private label rights. So for example, if I want to write a book about parenting or about pregnancy, well, guess what I'm going to do? So I'm going to type pregnancy. I'll go to Google, pregnancy, private label rights. Okay, so I type private label rights. So I'm going to see, so here we go. So this site has, it says new pregnancy PLR. So I'm going to open it. It says fit to be pregnant. I'm going to open that. Pregnancy guide PLR ebook. Okay, let me change this to how to get How to get pregnant. Okay, how to get pregnant. I think this is better. Let's see. Fit to be pregnant. Okay. Get pregnant, cure infertility. Okay, so here we go. Get pregnant PLR ebook. Get pregnant PLR ebook. So this one is even free. It says free PLR ebook. Get pregnant. Okay, so look at this. So it says get pregnant, cure infertility naturally. Right? Submitted on. So it says yes can be sold, yes can be for personal use, yes can be packaged with other products, yes can be yes can be modified. So you can modify this, you can put your name on it, you can do anything you like to it as long as you have bought it. Simple. So you buy it and that's it. So you click on download, so you can log in to download. So you can register, right? And you can download this. Okay, this is another one. Okay, this is the same one. So it's even $5. So I can buy a book about getting pregnant for $5. How much is $5? 400 naira. Okay, 450. Buhari and his government. Don't mind me. So 450 times 5 is that's about 2,500, 2,250. If I'm correct, 2,250 naira. That's what it's going to cost you. Here, you're even going to get the same thing for free, right? 29 pages, 5,000. So it's the same thing, right? Sales page not included, niche pregnancy. So you can just download it, right? There you go. You can just download it. In fact, it's even free here. If I click here now, I just download it for free. I don't even need to pay $5. Here you go. Right? So you can use PLRs to do this. Right? So if I open up the zip file, you can see it. So you can see the e-covers here. Right? You can see this is the PLR license. This is the how to get pregnant. Let me even open the ebook so that you guys can see. So you can use PLR. So get pregnant. So these are table of content, reasons for infertility, non-specific. So you can take this PLR and add your own, do some more research and add your own information to it, and you have something brand new, something that you can put your name on and sell for yourself. Okay, all right, let's move on. So, or another thing you can do is that you can license. So basically, you can find a book that is selling in a topic and license it from the owners and pay them. So for example, I can go to Amazon. I can go to Amazon and find books. Get pregnant. Okay, get pregnant books. So I need to type books. Books get pregnant. Okay. I need to select books. It starts with the egg. So yes, you can get pregnant. Natural ways to improve your fertility now and into your 40s. So this person is selling it for how to get pregnant even when you have tried everything. Aha. So I like this one. This one says get ready to get pregnant, trying to get pregnant. The impatient woman's guide to getting pregnant. How to get pregnant and have a baby. Oh, this is a Nigerian. You can see his name, Tunde Okiwale. Right. Okay, how to get pregnant. Let's see. You can get pregnant over 40. What to expect before you're expecting. How to get pregnant in 3 months. I actually like this one. The time. Okay, so we can go ahead. This is an audio book anyway. So what we can do is we can choose one we like. So let's say yes, you can get how to get pregnant even when you tried everything. Okay, so I'm going to look for this. So it's a Kindle book. is a paper bag. So I'm going to click on paper bag. I'm going to click on look inside. You can see this look inside. So I click on it. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the publisher. I want to see who the publisher is. So this is the author's name. So she published it by herself, and so I can write to them. I can write to this address and tell them, "Hi, I read your book. I loved it. I want to license it to sell it in Nigeria. How much will the licensing cost?" I've done this before, and the author of the book gave me the license for $250, right? So, but I can't sell it outside of Nigeria though. It says I can't sell it outside of Nigeria, but within Nigeria. So they licensed it for $250 for me to sell it for 1 year. $250 for 1 year, right? So authors do that a lot, especially when it is in a place where they're not getting a lot of sales from. So they just license it to you so that you can sell it there. Okay, so that's it. All right, let's move on. So how do you name your product? So when you have created your product, you have named it. How do you name it? So it's straightforward. You have to make sure that your names are unforgettable, right? So my first book was called Sell Your Brain. It's hard to forget a book like that. Sell Your Brain, right? So make your names unforgettable, and for your names to be unforgettable, it has to have a rhythm to it, right? So so Coca-Cola is rhythmic, Profit and Money is rhythmic, right? It has a rhythm, it has a ring to it, right? Coca-Cola. Buy Well, that's the name of our company. Buy Well, that's the name of our real estate company. It has a rhythm to it. Buy Well. You know, make sure you avoid cute and funny names, please. Avoid anything cute, avoid anything funny. Try to infuse benefits, results, and solutions into your book name. So my mentors publishes a magazine called Success Digest, right? For people who are interested in becoming successful, right? So Success Digest is the name of the magazine, right? Which other one? Now, if you look at these books, you see this one. It says how to get pregnant, even when you've tried everything. How to get pregnant. It's a benefit. It incorporates a benefit into the title. Now, this is for non-fiction books. Obviously, if you're writing a book, a story book, this doesn't concern you, right? But this is for fiction, and of course, with information marketing, we are talking about fiction, right? So it has to be specific and accurate, right? Your post title should be very, very accurate, indicating what it's about, right? So when I say Sell Your Brain, I know Sell Your Brain may not fully give the picture, but the subtitle now says how to make millions, selling your knowledge, your expertise, your experience, and your hobbies on the internet, right? So you see how specific and accurate that is, right? So, and then your title should also arouse interest: how to lose all your fat and become beautifully slim in 21 days. I saw a book called Skinny Bitch. It's a weight loss book. I loved that title, Skinny Bitch. Let me see whether I can find it. The first time I saw it, here you go, it says Skinny Bitch. And then the book became a bestseller, and then they wrote another book called Skinny Bitch in the Kitchen. So you see, they made it have reading. So it means Skinny Bitch in the Kitchen, right? It's a book about weight loss targeting women, and it's written by women, right? Skinny Bitch, and then Skinny Bitch in the Kitchen. Right? So there you go. So it says Skinny Bitch Book of Vegan Swaps. Now look at this book. It says How Not to Die. How Not to Die. Skinny Bitch born in the oven. Right? So basically, right, these are different ways to name your book, communicate your benefit. So I'm going to give you some phrases that you can start your book titles with or your product titles with. So you can start with how to, right? How to get pregnant, how to lose weight, in how to lose, or don't say how to lose weight, say how to lose excess weight in 12 weeks or less, guaranteed. The truth about weight loss. The truth about weight loss, right? What you should know about building any type of house in Nigeria without wasting money. We can say the art of getting pregnant. Insider secrets to getting pregnant, even if you've tried everything so far and failed. Or you can say what they don't want you to know about getting pregnant if you're over 40. Or you can use the word love, you can see use life, magic, double. There's a popular dating book called Double Your Dating. Double Your Dating. Let me see whether I can find that images. Okay, there you go. Double your dating. So instead of saying how to date successfully, how to date successfully is a good title, but it's kind of boring. But double your dating, of course. Who doesn't want to double their dating anyway, right? There you go. Right. So now, how do you price your products? Different ways. There's no hard and fast rule about this, right? So method one is you can fix a price based on quality of content. So how good do you think your information is, and how hard is it to find something similar, right? That's why surgeons charge more money than general practice doctors, right? If you have a heart attack, you want a heart surgeon, he's going to cost you more than a regular doctor will cost you, right? So fix a price based on the quality of content. Another way is, are there other people selling the same thing as you? What are they selling? How well are they teaching? Or how good is the information? Then you can set your price based on that. You can charge. For me, I like charging a lot of times. I like charging higher than every other person selling the same thing that I'm selling, because people see the high price and automatically say, "Wow, if this person has the confidence to sell their stuff for this price, then it's probably good. It's probably really, really better than all these other things." Right? So customer expectations is another way to set your pricing. Right? People are happy to spend 50,000, 100,000 on an information product that solves a problem that they put a high value on. Right? Okay, so which brings us to the next part, the next step, which is step 4. We are almost 2 hours gone. So we'll have another 30 minutes and we'll conclude, guys. Okay, I'm sure probably you guys are probably getting tired. So I'm going to take another 20 minutes to finish, and then ask questions for the last 10 minutes, and then we'll continue, and then we will end today's live stream. Okay, so now you have selected a niche, right? You selected a topic, you validated it, you've created a product, you've chosen the name. Now it is time to sell it. How do you sell it? You sell it using a marketing funnel. So we use what is called a marketing funnel. So marketing funnel is basically a process of taking people from a point of not knowing who you are to a point of interest, to a point of I should buy that thing, I should buy this stuff, to a point of buying you and then knowing who you are, basically, right? A lot of you follow me on Twitter. You didn't know me before. You probably saw a thread that I posted, and you were like, who the hell is this guy, right? The first time. Everybody does that. Who the hell is this guy? Okay, I'm interested in this thing. Let me read it. And then you read it and you're like, this is really, really good information. This guy must be good. So you click on my profile and then you see that I've done plenty other threads. And then you read it and you're like, this guy is good. I have to follow him. Then you follow me. That's basically a social media marketing funnel, so to say. But this is for your book. So basically, the marketing funnel is in 4 steps. right? The first step is the advert. The second step is what we call an opt-in page. Then the third step is a video, a value video or a sales letter, and then the last step is the order page where you go and buy it, right? Where the people who view your stuff buy, right? So first of all, the advert. So you have to write an advert for your stuff. So let's using our ebook, our book of plans, right? So let me find, there's an advert that I saw one time. Okay, for example, I think this is it. Let me see if that is it. So when you're running an advert, so there are several places you can run your adverts. So you can run your adverts on, say, on Facebook. You can run it on Instagram. You can run it on Google. There are lots and lots of places. You can run it on newspaper websites like Punch, Sun News Online, Sarah Reporters. You can run all the adverts in those places, right? You can run your adverts on these places. So now, what you need to do, the easiest place to start running your adverts is Facebook, right? So a simple way to find out is to find adverts that are similar to what you plan to run, right? So you find adverts that are similar. Okay, so now look at this. So this is like an advert for a plan, right? Now this is not an advert for an architectural plan or design, right? But I'm just going to use it. So I can use this image. So I can take this image. So if I want to run that ad on Facebook, so I can click this image. I can clip it, right? And here we go. House plan, right? And then let me type a site where I can simulate Facebook ad mockup. Okay, mockup. Okay, so I can use that image. House plan. Where is it? Okay, I'm deleting that. I want to put it on the desktop. I want to put that on the desktop. Okay. Okay, I want to use this to simulate a Facebook ad and show you guys how it's going to look on Facebook. So I want to run an image ad on Facebook, right? So I'm going to type my house name, Nigeria. So I call the page Nigeria House Plans, right? So you can see as I'm typing it, it's showing here. So Nigeria House Plans. Let me minimize this. Okay, sorry. No, let's do this. So I'm going to add that image from the desktop. House plan, right? So it's uploading. Okay, so you can see it here, right? So now I have to type the image for the ad. So are you planning to build a house in the next 3 to 24 months, right? If yes, now I'm winging this, of course, because I'm just typing it off the fly. If I was really setting up this ad, I will write a better ad. I'm just trying to show you guys an example of what can be done. All right, so I have good news for you. I have good news. I will show you 15 different house plans that will save you 50% of your building house plans of your building costs. Click the link, click the image below, click the image below. Okay, all right, so you say click here to learn more, then I can put my website, houseplans.com, right? So link description, so you say get 15 different house plans and save 50% of your building costs. Okay, so this is our ad, right? Okay, so we can take the same website and put it here. So you can see the ad here. So this ad runs on Facebook. Somebody sees it on Facebook, and then they click on it, and you know, when they click on it, they land on go to step 2, which is the opt-in, right? The opt-in page. So this is what an opt-in page looks like. So this is what an opt-in page looks like, guys. Can you see this? Let me save it so that I can show you. Okay. All right. So basically, an opt-in. So they click on that ad. They land on an opt-in is basically a page where people land, and you know, it gives them some more information, you know, as described in the advert, but they don't move ahead until they give you their details. They give you their name, their email, and their phone number. It's like when you subscribe to my newsletter, right? You have to fill in a form, right? So that is called an opt-in page. So when you give people an opt-in page, right? So this is the opt-in page for this book, for the Double Your Dating book, right? For this book. This is the opt-in page for it. So people click on the ad, they go here, and it says you're about to learn secrets that most men will never know about women. In our own example, I can say you're about to learn secrets about building a house and saving 50% of your budget that most people will never know about building a house. Inside, you will learn the cement test, how to tell if a builder is cheating you on cement, right? The POP test, how to know the different qualities of POP and why the most expensive ones are not always the best. You know, something like that, right? You just put them in bullet points, and then you tell them, if you want to learn these things, right, fill this form, and I will tell you. So when they fill it, they go to stage 3. Right? They go to stage 3, which is the value video. So when they fill this form, you cannot give them all of this information, either in form of a video or in form of a long ass letter that we call a sales letter. Right? So now, what is a sales letter? Right? So sales letter sample. Let's see. Sales letter. Double Your Dating Let's see whether double your data, whether we can find the original sales letter. Okay, all right. So this is the original sales letter for this, right? So when they fill this in, it brings them here. So it brings them here. So here are some of the secrets you will learn inside an informative ebook, right? Here's a sample of the great things you learn. And then, so it's telling them everything that they're going to learn. You can see how long it is. Now, you might think, oh, is this not too long? No, it is not too long. If people are interested in this topic, they're going to buy. And let me tell you something, guys. You see this double your dating book? It was making the guy, Ibn Pagan is the guy's original name, even though you see David D'Angelo here. David D'Angelo was his pen name because he didn't want to use his real name in the dating age. So he assumed a pen name. And it is perfectly legal. You can use a pen name as an author. Right? If you write a book, you can put a pen name to it. It is perfectly legal. So he used the name David D'Angelo here, but his real name is Ebenezer Pagan, right? Or Ibn Pagan for short. So this book, plus of course he had some other courses that he was selling. So when you buy this book, he tells you that he has some other things that will help you. You know, he has a course about how to be funny with women and some other thing. This business was making him $20 million a year. This starting with this book that you're looking at here, right? So don't say that this thing is too long. It is not too long. If people are interested, they are going to read it. If people are interested, they are going to read it. Now I'm going to answer a question. Chilaka says, do video sales letters convert in Nigeria? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the reason why you are skipping when you stumble on a video sales letter is because you're not interested. You are not that interested. If you're really, really interested, you're going to watch it. That is the truth. You're going to watch it. Right? So here we go. So they land on the sales letter, and then of course when they now come and they click to buy, right? So where's the button? So they can now click to buy. So download. So if you click here, for example, this page is no longer live, obviously, right? But if it was live and you click there, you are going to buy. So let me show you guys an example. Let me go to my DMs. Let me transition that out a bit. Let me see that. Okay. Where's Jonathan's? Okay, Jonathan sent me a link. Okay, all right. So this is a sales letter for my protege and a member of my team, Jonathan. I told him to send me this link today. So this is a link for something I'm working with him on as relates to selling information online. Okay. So this is slow. Why is this slow? Okay, let's see this one. I don't know why that is. Okay, so let's see this one. I don't know why it's slow, because it's not supposed to be slow. Okay, let's see now. Alright, I think it's opening. Okay, so it says I've used this 5-step system to create a digital product generated some $5,000 in 12 months, selling in a third world country. This is not the link I told you to send to me, Jonathan. Okay, so information business machines. Okay, into unprofitable niches, 1 year free consulting. Okay, All right. So this is a video. So remember that I said that you can go to a video where it says later, right? So this is a video with a some copy at the end of it. So if you click on the video is going to start playing. The video is going to start playing month after month, blah blah blah. Okay, I don't want the echo to happen again. All right, so that's it. So now if they want to buy, you just click here and they pay. So this is the last stage. This is the other page. Okay, this is the other page. So this is the other page by pay stack. So they can basically click here and then they pay, and when they pay they can join amount to just. So you see he's selling this for 100,000 naira, 100,000, right? That's what he's selling this thing for. So you see what I was saying, and people are buying this, I kid you not. People are paying for this, especially people from abroad, even people in Nigeria, they are buying this, right? So 100,000 bucks, people are buying this, and crazy my people, right? So basically that's it. So I'm going to call for questions now. If there are questions, is it possible? Okay, so Chosin has asked the question. He said, is it possible to have a sales data on a page without a website? Sales data on a page? No, you need a website. You need a website. It says, are you doing this using Facebook or not? No, I'm using a mock-up tool. That was a mock-up tool. The Facebook ad that I did, right? No, that was a mock-up tool that I was using. Wait, you can't see my screen. Oh, sorry. Let me switch. Okay. You're going to see it now. Okay. So, let's see. Elijah Agor says, must we follow the strategy that is ads, opt-in, sales letters, then order? Can't we just skip the opt-in part? Of course, you can skip the opt-in part if you want, but here is why the opt-in is important, and you can skip it. Really, you can, right? But this is why it is important, right? The reason why it is important is that if 100 people click on your ad, and land, if you skip it, right? If you skip it, 100 people click on your ad and go direct to the sales letter, and you are probably going to get maybe 2 or 3 of them to buy. If your sales letter is really good, you are going to get 7 or 8 of them to buy out of 100. Out of 100 people, right? I hope you guys can see my screen now. Kingsley, can you see my screen now? Right, so out of 100 people, about between 3 and 8 of them are going to buy it, right? So what has happened is that about 90 to 92 of them, you have lost them forever. But if you have an opt-in, let's say only 50 of them opt-in out of that 100, 50 of them opt-in. Now out of that 50, let's say only 2 of them buy, right? Out of 50. Now you still have 48 people that you can send messages to over and over. And if you send them messages over the next 7 days, you are going to get maybe about 10 to 12 of them to buy. Okay? So, alright, so Kingsley says, Kingsley, can you see my screen now? What's going on? Why is everybody? Yeah, Augustina says she can see my screen. Good. So it's not from here. So you need to either, if you cannot still see the screen, you probably need to refresh the page. Okay. So, all right. So for funnel building, can we use tools like ClickFunnels? Yes, you can use ClickFunnels. if you want. If you want to use ClickFunnels, let me know so I can send you a link so that will help you get it cheaper. Okay. All right. So what else again? What other questions? Any other questions? Yeah, OBS and the Wala Jerry, no mind them. All right. Okay, so what other questions? Any other questions before I close? I wanted to make you guys an offer. I think I should just go ahead and make it. The link that was sent to me was the wrong link, so I don't even know if I should make the offer. But please, so here's what we're going to do. Right, here's what we're going to do. Let me make this full screen so that you guys can probably see it better. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, if you're interested in learning how to get this done, you want to get it done, you want to make it you want me to help you, you want me to work with you to help you set up this. I'm going to charge you for it. It's not going to be free, right? It's not going to be free, but I'm going to work with you. I'm going to help you get this going. I'm going to help you come up with a product idea. I'm going to help you create the products. I'm going to help you work on the entire marketing funnel, the sales funnel, all of that. I'm going to help you. I and my team, I have a team of people who work with me to get this done. We'll do videos, we'll do sales letter, copywriting, everything. We're going to do it. The fee is going to be 50,000 naira. So if you're interested and you want me to work with you to help get this done for you, just drop a comment. Just drop a comment and say, Ronald, I want to work with you to set up an info publishing product. Just drop it on Twitter and tag me to that message. Okay, and then I'm going to reply you, and then we can get it going from there. All right. So so basically, if you're still not seeing the screen, just refresh the page. Just refresh the page. If there's no other questions, then I'm going to be signing off. It's been a pleasure. It's been almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. Jeez, I'm almost having a headache. You know. So, what other place can you sell aside your website? No, your website is your store. When you're not selling on your website is your store. You just take your website and run adverts in different places. So you can run adverts on Facebook, you can run it on Google, you can run it on Instagram, but it is still the same website that everybody is going to. Okay? How do you find people that are interested? How do you find traffic? That's why choosing the market is important. I explained that earlier. So if you joined us late, you probably need to go back and start afresh and watch the entire video again. Once you find the market, you know, all you simply need to do is to say, okay, where do the people in this market gather? Where do they gather? So where do people who are interested in building houses gather? Of course, many of them on Facebook. So we go to Facebook and advertise, right? Where do women who want to lose weight, where do they gather? IG, Instagram. Loads and loads of women on Instagram, Nigerian women. So you go to Instagram and run the advert. That's how you do it. Which hosting company can we use to host the site? Any hosting company works. There's no one. I use interserver.net. I use a VPS account with them. It's expensive. You don't need a VPS account, right? So, right, but any hosting company, even local hosting companies, but you can go with Google Host. I trust them. I know the guys behind it, and they're doing a terrific job. So you can use Google Host. Okay. When you run Facebook ads, is it immature of me to expect it? So no, it's not immature. Sometimes it can be that fast. Sometimes it can delay. So you know what you do is you run an advert. Spend at least $20. And see how many opt-ins you get, and then tweak things. So the fact that an ad didn't make money, say you spent $20 or you spent $50 and you didn't make a sale, doesn't mean that your product is not selling. No. Maybe you are not hitting the right pain point in the adverts, right? So you need to tweak things a bit. Okay, so if you do work with me, and obviously I'm going to work with you and make sure that we go through all of the processes until your adverts work and you make money. All right. Okay, can we get the replay after this? Of course, the replay is going to be available until Thursday 8 o'clock. Then this replay is going to go offline, and then we are going to do the second live stream, which is about affiliate marketing. That will be on Thursday 8 o'clock same time. All right, so you can watch this video between now and Thursday 8 o'clock. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I think please ask me for the ClickFunnels link on Twitter. Just tag me to it, okay? Because I need to log in and get the link for you. All right. Yes, Kingsley, you can do that. No, sir. You don't need to. If you paid for the product with me and Jonathan, you don't need to pay. You don't need to pay for this anymore. Okay, just that is fine. We're doing the same thing for you. Okay, we're doing the same thing. If you need the ClickFunnels link, please just ask me on Twitter and tag me. All right, just tag me. Just ask me. Say, hi, Mr. Ronald. Let me have the ClickFunnels link, and then just tag me, and I will respond. And it says, you use CRM? No, I don't use. I use CRM in our real estate company, but not for information marketing. I can use it for information marketing, but basically, I don't use it for that. So, Musa, like I said, you don't need that one. The class you already paid for is fine. We're doing the same thing. I'm still going to do the same thing for you, so you don't need to pay again, please. Okay? You want to work with me? Thank you so much. Please just tag me. Okay? Just ask me and tag me on Facebook, on Twitter. Just tag me now. Do it now. Once this live stream ends. Okay? Your name is showing up as live positive, so I don't know your real name. So, what's your real name? Live positive. What's your real name, please? So I can address you by your real name. Again, if you want the ClickFunnels link, just tag me. Okay, Jonathan is here. Okay. Yeah, the mentorship, Green Push Solutions. Please just tag me with this question. Tag me on Twitter now so that I can respond to you via DM. Okay. Please just tag me now. Okay, I think that's it. I need to sign off, guys. We have gone 2 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you so much. Okay, Benson, thank you so much, Benson. So Benson, just tag me, okay? Just tag me on Twitter again. Yes, please just tag me. Prem Royal Hospitality. Please just tag me now. Tag me and ask me about it so I can respond to you. Okay? Just tag me now. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I am grateful to all of you. I am grateful. Thank you so much for giving me 2 hours and 30 minutes of your life, because time is life. I do not take it for granted. I'm really appreciative of every single one of you, right? I'm really appreciative of you, and I want to thank you for being here all this time. Thank you so much, guys. So if you have any questions for the ClickFunnels link, just tag me on ClickFunnels, and for the just tag me on Twitter. If you want to join the mentorship class for information marketing, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to help you build an information marketing business, your own information marketing business. You also tag me on Twitter now. Please do it now so that when I leave the live stream, I can answer those questions. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.